Hello, guys. Well, it seems likely, Jim. You're right. He's got 1 year left on his contract, but it's more and more likely that he will not be there next season. There's a few things you mentioned. The Champions League. It's not so much not winning the Champions League because there's a lot of managers who would be sacked in that case for not winning it. It's more the exit against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, the way that happened, on top of obviously the fact that the team hasn't been playing great at all this season despite the players that they have in terms of quality. I mean, it's an unbalanced squad. We've said that many times on the show, but still the football should have been and could have been much better than what we've seen so far.
Yeah.
And despite winning Ligue 1, which is his first real title for Pochettino, which is, I think, really good for him.
Yes.
I don't think it's enough to keep him in the job.
So, I mean, Simon is with me, as you would expect, Julien. Simon, you've always said Pochettino, the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yep.
Do you think this is living proof of that?
Well, he's going to win something, isn't he? So that kind of makes him a little bit less of a bridesmaid. But on the bigger scale of things, I mean, with the exception of Lille, Ligue 1 is Paris Saint-Germain's staple diet of consumption. The Champions League, with all the investment they've put into the players, with the signing of Messi and so on and so forth, but I think he reaps what he sows. He wanted to bat his eyelids at Manchester United earlier on in the season. He wanted to make sure that he was available in the conversation, and that was coming from his end, guaranteed. He reaps what he sows. He goes and works, sorry, Julien, for a manufactured football club that has a certain window of time for managers to achieve things. And people like Tuchel go on and do better things at other football clubs because it's a far more compelling environment. I don't know where this leaves Pochettino.
Well, that's the question.
Where does he go next? Because he'll have won the French league. He'll have that as some sort of currency, Julien. But I don't see that he comes out of PSG with everybody saying, oh, he's a commodity we must now have.
No, you're right. And you're spot on as well, Sai, about the fact that he wanted to go in the autumn. So now why would they keep a manager who was so desperate to leave and to go to United when Solskjaer was sacked? He missed out on that job. And now you're right. The window is much smaller than what it would have been 6 months ago, even more than that, because it's not that this season in Paris has sort of tarnished his image or his pedigree. It's not that. But it's the fact that he struggled. He struggled even at times in the league. He could not win away to any other top six clubs in Ligue 1. That tells you, with the team that he had, he could not go away and win in Marseille, in Rennes, in Monaco, in Nantes even, who are not even in top six. So this is a problem. There might be Premier League clubs who need a manager in the summer. Will they be to his standards? Because we know he's got high standards, hence the Uniteds and all of that. Is a return to Spurs really a credible option? Even for him, I'm never a big fan of people going back to clubs where they did well. And I'm not even sure that the dynamic would be the same than when he got there from Southampton in his first spell.
Yeah.
So it's a tricky position for him to be in right now.
Julien, I know you're right across everything that goes on at Paris Saint-Germain. Is there anything in the talk that Conte could end up there? Or is it Zidane's job for the taking?
Zidane is the priority, 100%. And they've been talking to him for a while now. He's still undecided because, again, as we mentioned before on the show, in the back of his mind, there's also the French national team. And he knows that he's the next guy after Deschamps. That is whenever Deschamps steps down. The problem is no one knows when Deschamps will do that. He's got an amazing generation. He can win the World Cup. He can win the next Euros as well. So Zidane might have to wait a long time. And he doesn't want to wait a long time to go back into management. So PSG is very tempting to him too, but he hasn't decided yet. And I think Antonio Conte was quite clever in a way because he's doing a decent job at Spurs. They can finish top four. In that case, I think he would be happy to stay, especially if the club says, we're going to back you up financially and we're going to recruit good players, the ones that you want. And if they miss out on top four, he can easily say, well, I might have other offers. And he's already offered himself to PSG. He's already kind of put a plan together even.
Yeah.
About Paris, who he wants to work with over there, what kind of money he's looking for. So, this is someone who, if you do that, really, it's because in the back of your mind, you also have that other option. So he might well stay at Spurs, but I think if PSG can't get Zidane and sack Pochettino, it will certainly be on the shortlist.
Did you say Conte's already put a plan to PSG?
Yeah, I mean, certainly I believe from what I've been told that in the informal talks, because they're very informal talks, and it's not Conte himself directly, of course, it's people around him, but there's already there's already been talks about, what if you're looking for a manager? This is, we would like to be here. We would like to do this. We would like to do that. There's different sporting director, and not just Fabio Paratici, but other people that Conte has worked with before that could also come with him. What about his technical staff, the one that he has at Spurs right now? So all of that, of course, as you mentioned.
Julien, very briefly, say Pochettino leaves, and it's very much a given that he's going to. Where is his stock? Where's his currency as a manager? Is he still as highly thought of, or has he started falling somewhat?
I think the stock is still high, but certainly not as high as when he left Spurs. If a club like, I don't know, Leicester, for example, is looking for someone because Brendan Rodgers has left, would he be keen on that? Is that a big club enough for him? I'm not sure, but certainly going back to the Premier League is his priority.
Julien Laurens, merci bien. Thank you so much. Julien telling us about events at PSG, but it seems now it's a matter of time for the man that Simon regards as a bridesmaid in football, never the bride, Mauricio Pochettino, out of Paris. But where next for him?
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.